Welcome viewers to Generation C, okay, your favorite Tuesday show. So my name is Puku Riatva and I'm going to be your host today. And guys, let me tell you, we have such an exciting run-up in the day. We have so many exciting interviews coming up. You know, just us reminding you guys why the Namibian Sun, the Republican, and the Algemene Zeitung is the best buy for you. Now today is a special day because it's a World Museum Day, okay? So please do stay tuned for our promo video. Welcome back viewers to Generation C, okay? It is the favorite time of the day, guys, where we go through our weekly zone publication. I'm so excited to share what's in our publication this week. But before we get to that, please do notice the photo of the week, okay? We had the pleasure of going out to Town Square and taking this photo of Miss Haimbedi. She's a local street vendor and she sells things ranging from plakkies to accessories, so many different things. So now, before you know, we get into the interviews and all of the exciting things we have on the agenda today, it's time to remind you guys why our zone publication is the best buy. So on the first page, we have an ambassador of Ondangwa Youth, okay? We have our very own Phoenix. She is a youth and health center coordinator. She's doing the absolute most, guys. To read more about that, please do make sure you go through our pages. Then on page 2, we have one of our team members going out to the UN house to see the sustainable development goals and ways to make it more fun, you know, make it youthful. And of course, we also have a vox pop of different voices. But just before we get into more of our publications, stay tuned for this video.
This game is quite imaginative. It's very informative and very important because it's not only a game for fun, but also a game for knowledge. Because the UN Sustainable Development Goals are related to all of us, all country, all people, whether grown up or young students or kids. Because we are living in a world which is close interrelated, and we want to have our planet to be green, to be sustainable, and to have our life to improve in a sustainable manner. And this game teach us how to do it.
We want more learners to access the SDGs game. The game is fun and it offers a positive, competitive opportunity through which learners will develop characters and values. This game provides greater recognition and participation towards the achievement of the SDGs. For primary school learners at their age, as we can observe, it is more appropriate to give affirmation in what they have achieved. From a pedagogic point of view, learners are also more motivated to compete as they are grouped with others and similar ability in same league.
What a great initiative. It always makes me so excited to see the new and different ways that we all as youth come up to make things more fun and interactive. So now we are bouncing onto our third page now, guys. Something about pageants, okay? The glitz and the glam and the brains behind the beauty really speaks to me. On this page, we have our Miss Teen Namibia finalists. Okay, they give a brief background on, you know, how they grew up, how they got into the pageant industry, and all of that good stuff. So ladies, if you want to see and read more about this, it is on our third page. Then we move on to our sixth page where we have Alexander Forbes pouring back into the community, okay, investing into a community development. It's always important to you know, empower the nation, empower our youth, and just give back. So if you guys want to see more about this, stay tuned for this video.
I realize now that this project is very important project which need to be supported by all of us 100%. And as you alluded in your statement, we must have this project in every corner of our city. It will be very useful because we want to have better adults from these youngsters. We want to have better leaders who will take over from us. As a constituency leader, my office is open for any idea, any suggestion, and I'm also willing to help where I can. I'm available. I realize now that you need a land where you want to build a bigger and better project. I want to be part of that noble idea.
I would like to thank Alexander Forbes this morning for their donation of 2 stoves and a deep freezer, which will be used at the Center for the Education and Empowerment of the Young Mother Skills Program. We will use it to train women how to bake cupcakes, how to make fudge, how to bake biscuits and so on, and to go and sell it and to make an income for themselves. Thank you, Alexander Forbes.
Welcome back, viewers. Now it's time for our School Corner show, okay guys, where we bring you school news from all over the nation. And before we even get into today's agenda, please do stay tuned for our matric farewell video. It is still running and we are so excited for this coming up. Wow guys, we're coming back from that video and I'm so excited to see the winners of this giveaway. But now, unfortunately, since our learners are on holiday and you know COVID-19 restrictions, we don't have such concrete news for you today. But of course, we're always going to bring you guys school news because that's what we're here for. Now, going to our zone page on Facebook, the Capricorn group today confirmed the sponsorship of the Capricorn Foundation towards educational booklets of Namibia Media Holdings in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture. So our very own booklets, guys, we are so excited, so stay tuned.
The Capricorn Foundation was established in 2020 by the Capricorn Group as its tool to be a responsible corporate citizen. We established it as a Section 21 company, and in March this year we received our welfare registration number. So we are very proud to be able to support projects like the one that we are announcing today, our partnership with Namibia Media Holdings and the Ministry of Education on these educational tools and booklets that will really help our pre-primary learners as well as our grade 1 to 3s with their education in their indigenous language. So for us as Capricorn Foundation, we want to be connectors of positive change. Education is a key pillar for us, and we are very proud to be a partner in this project, which will go a long way in improving education in Namibia and especially at that very important early childhood age, so that we set the right foundation for our learners. And we must recognize that the past year or so with the COVID pandemic was very difficult for the children, and this initiative really just helps not only the parents and the learners, but also the teachers and the schools, to make sure that all the children receive quality education. So I am very excited for Capricorn Foundation to be part of this initiative, and I want to thank NMH for driving this project, and we look forward to this new set of booklets to be distributed across Namibia to the benefit of our young children.
Wow, what an amazing initiative that the Capricorn Group has had. I, for one, am really excited for these booklets. I hope you guys are too. And now, before we get to the end of our School Corner show, one of our colleagues went out to Bet El Primary School for a groundbreaking event. And guys, it was all things exciting. So please do stay tuned for this video to see what it was all about.
From the round table, Vintage 34. We're here with Old Motors, Christopher Freygangygang, who's the COO, and we're busy building a classroom for Bet El Primary School. We're currently working on a double school system, which meant that half the children had to come in the afternoons to do their classes, and we're currently, with gracious sponsorship of Old Motors, building the last classroom that needs to be built so that the entire school can come in the mornings, one shift, without some kids having to come to school till late in the afternoons, especially winter times when it gets dark, then they need to walk home, etc. So that is what we're currently doing. The last classroom is for grade 3. It's going to be about 40 learners that get to spend time in this class, hopefully for the next years to come. Here we go. Christopher Freygangygang, would you like to add something?
Thank you very much, Werner. We're privileged to be here today and to actually be at the point where the groundbreaking took place, and it's extreme privilege for us to be able to assist in building new facilities to make the lives of our children better, especially from previously disadvantaged group of children, which as they battle every day to survive and to get a proper education. Last year we had, in difficult circumstances, we had a very, very good year where our customer base supported us and took our hands, and we were extremely privileged to experience a very good year, and we felt that we would like to give something back to our customers and put something back into our communities, and that's why we approached Werner, and with the support of Isuzu, one of our factories, it was made possible. We made a donation, and here we are today, and we believe it's going to be a very, very big success, and I can't wait until it's finished to see the smiles on the kids' faces.
Wow, unfortunately we have come to the end of School Corner, guys. Of course, we are always giving you guys news about school news. I love how the theme today was pouring back into the community, the education system. I sure learned a lot. I hope you did as well. But now, don't get weary, don't get tired, because it's time for Varsity Chat Room. Alright guys, as you guys can see, I'm not alone. We have special guests in the house. This is Varsity Chat Room. So, can you two kindly introduce yourselves and tell Generation C more about yourselves?
We'll start with the lady.
Okay, so I'm Prudence Mabengano, a sociology and industrial psychology graduate. I'm also a YouTuber and a freelance model, 22 years of age.
Instagram bio on point. Hi guys, my name is Christopher Freygangygang. I'm a social responsibility consultant at Old Mutual, and I dabble in a bit of presenting and the YouTubing and so on.
Wow, guys, so we can see that we have a very intellectual, interactive people with us here. Now, guys, I know you mentioned that you are graduates, so we just want to know, when did you graduate and from where?
Well, I just graduated like 3 weeks ago. Yes, like 2021, just right now in April.
Wow.
So newly graduate over here.
Yeah, we have an OG in the house, like Puku said. I graduated at the end of 2018. Yeah.
Wow. So as you guys can see, we have two very different ends of the spectrum, okay? You recently graduated in COVID times, and then you were there when uni was normal, uni was face-to-face. So
exactly.
tell us, did you ever have online school or anything like that when you were in university?
Yeah, so I studied at the University of Pretoria, and for 2 years of my 4 years I was there, we had the Fees Must Fall protests, and we had the xenophobic attacks. So we had to resort to the online learning for about a few months, but it wasn't as this like this intense. So obviously we did have school, but there was a month or two when campus was shut down. We had to resort to online classes and exams. The one time we actually wrote online exams.
Okay, so the online thing wasn't a completely new thing.
Exactly, yeah.
And how was your experience going through varsity during COVID?
To be honest, at first it was like so much. It was really, really stressful because, take note, I'm like in my final year, okay? Everything else was just going down the drain because, honestly, talking about waking up early and going on those online Zoom meetings, okay, looking all crusty, and sometimes the lecturers even want to see you and I'm just like, I just woke up, I do not have time for this. And you have to obviously get up, prepare, get in the spirit for school and all that. So starting off, really, it was really like a lot of work. Like, it was just so much because obviously it's a new experience. Like, I don't think any of us actually like experienced it. And when we actually did, we never thought it was going to be that way, okay? So yeah, starting off, it was really just so much. But as time went by, I obviously like got comfortable and I just had to do what I had to do. I mean, I'm in my final year, so I don't want to fail, okay? So yeah, I just had to do what I had to do.
Secure the bag.
Exactly.
Yes.
Chris, tell us more about your degree. What made you get into it? What inspired you to study what you studied?
Yeah, so just for clarification, I did a BCom in communication management, like I said, at the University of Pretoria. So in my first year, I was juggling between investment management and communication management. Because I'm a guy that likes to talk, I like to engage and all of that, but then I'm a numbers person as well. But then in my first year, I saw that I don't want to go that numbers route because you're just sitting there every day pushing numbers. So what led me to my choice was just the communication side of things, that you need to engage with people and you can be a spokesperson for a company and then lead the company's internal, external communications and just create the narrative for that company. Yeah.
Oh, which leads you into doing what you're doing now at Old Mutual.
Exactly.
Wow. We'll get into that, guys. Don't worry. And for you, what inspired you to study in your field?
Okay, personally, I love people. I love engaging. So what better way than to study sociology and psychology? Human beings are social beings after all, you know. We are always engaging, we are always communicating. So that is my passion. I love people, I love communicating, I love meeting new people, I love socializing. So right now I'm like in my comfort zone, okay?
You're in your element.
Exactly. So I was like, yeah, definitely that is for me. That's why I did study sociology and industrial psychology. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm sure a lot of university students always wonder, how is life after graduation, right? So now getting into what you're doing now, how was your first year after varsity? Getting into the field that you wanted, into all of that.
Exactly. So, getting back my first time, it was, you feel like you need, where's my coins? I need to get my coins. I graduated with my bachelor's, I graduated with my honors. It's time to give me my coin. Like, I did this, so what happens now? And then you come to Namibia and you realize that the job market is actually very, very, very limited. So what I did was, I was blessed enough to find employment within 3 months. Wow. So I took the avenue of applying for graduate programs. So I applied for the graduate program at Old Mutual, and 3-4 months later, my interview started, and then you have to kill your interviews. I mean, you have no choice because you have to make it, and then that's how it happened. And I got a 12-month contract at Old Mutual, and then after that, that's when I got permanent employment at there.
Oh, way to inspire, guys. Go for it. Anything you want to do, go for it. And how's life now after you've just graduated?
Trust me, guys, it's hard out there. Like, I am having a tough time.
Yeah.
First of all, take note, like with all this COVID going on, jobs are really limited, as you said. And coming from like varsity without experience and all that, it's really hard. Like, I'm basically like just freestyling everything right now. I am doing everything. Trust me, whatever I see, I'm doing it. Whatever promoters needed, you know, everything. Like, I'm just juggling with my life right now. I'm just like, I'm gonna do everything while I'm still busy applying, of course. And yeah, hopefully I get a job soon, like keeping my fingers crossed. So yeah.
Okay, so just a quick follow up to that.
Yeah.
With these COVID times, what have you been doing to keep yourself productive? You know, what have you been keeping yourself busy with while you're finding your way?
So I've been focusing like on my channel. Yes, I am a YouTuber. Yes, always creating content. So I am focusing more like on my YouTube channel, always posting on my Instagram, and also like engaging in other activities, like learning to do like new things that I never did. I always hated working out, so like I'm getting into that journey of like working out and stuff, you know, getting fit, and also like meeting other like amazing people. Like, I'm always out on like events and, you know, all that. So yeah. I actually really love it because you get to do things that you never did when you were like in school, because that was me always in books, relaxing here and there, but I mean, it's not the same, you know. Now I have like a lot of free time and like focusing more on family and on friends, and yeah.
Wow. Now, Chris,
Yes.
I want to know, now that you're in the working industry, right? Is it like your typical 9 to 5? Do you not have time to do anything? Is it like work, work, work? Or do you get to, you know, divide yourself, spread yourself all over the place?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, Puku, you need to prioritize, definitely. It depends what industry you're in as well. So obviously corporate, being in a financial services industry, it's quite intense. Especially when starting with the graduate program as well. They throw you into the deep end. It's not a thing of, no, you're an intern, graduate, so they need to bring you into the system. No ways, they throw you into the system, and it really takes up a lot of your time, and it takes time to just start coping with what's going on and handling everything that's going on. So once you prioritize that, you can manage your 8 to 5, make time for gymming, family, a romantic life, entertainment, and so on. So it all depends on how you work, how you adapt to the environment that you're in, and all of that. So it's different from person to person, I would say.
It sounds pretty manageable to me how you're explaining it, because you do just have to take the punches as they come. So now, to all of our varsity people out there, everyone in uni, what is one piece of advice that you'd give someone for life after uni?
What I would say is that not even just life after uni, even in university, I think you yourself need to establish yourself from the others. You need to have that competitive advantage. What's going to make you stand out from the rest? Because you guys are, let's say 100 graduating with the same degree. What's going to make you stand out from all of those 100 people?
Oh, wow. And what would you like to say?
Honestly, I totally agree like with what he said, because honestly, from the beginning, you really need to know like, who are you, you know? What makes you unique? What makes you the person that you are? And honestly, that's the only thing that's really going to put you out there. That's the only thing that's going to separate you like from the rest. And just focus. Okay, I really can't give like the best advice regarding like life after varsity, because child, I'm also just here. I'm also just figuring it out, you know, but I know that it's all part of the process, and just stay focused. As long as you know what you want, honestly, you're good. You're good, man. Like, you got this.
Wow.
Exactly. And don't remember, always remember, don't remember. There's always room at the top. Don't let anyone tell you, don't do this, don't do that. There's always room at the top.
So that was our pieces of advice for our two special guests, guys. As a second-year university student myself, I have learned so much. Discover your niche, go after it, okay? But for us here at Varsity Chat Room, it's all. Thank you guys for joining us. And we will see you next time.